The club is bringing the vibe. The people that's able to get in is bringing the status. All right. So when you got the vibe mixed with the status, then you got a perfect fucking situation. You got a perfect scenario. You got a perfect relationship.
The doors of the church will be open.
Can I get a hell? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen?
Because the word motherfucker is a noun. It describes a person, place, or thing.
It's the motherfucking pie. Crew members. What up? What's up? Straight from the 504. It's the motherfucking podcast. I'm your host, straight out the 504, Beanie Man, aka Mr. Headquarters.
Mr. Headquarters talking.
And to my right, as usual, sitting in here, episode 52 from the 985, repping the 225, EJ, the motherfucking DJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, boss man?
Yes, sir.
What up, man? What up, man? What up?
We rolling. Life be life as well, but we getting through it. That's all it is.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Shout out to all the teachers out there, man. You know how we feel about them teachers out there. Shout out to all the chefs, the cooks, in the culinary world. Shout out to all the deadbeats. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Shout out to all the strippers.
Hey, wait, hold on. You just ain't go 5
Shout out to all the truck drivers, UPS workers. You know what I'm saying? Sex workers and everybody else in between.
What?
Shout out to everybody that might be listening to this motherfucker podcast. Hey man, you never know who's listening. You never know who's listening, man. Shout out to everybody.
I guess. All right. I guess.
Shout out to all the people out there in the world, man. What's happening, man? This is motherfucking podcast. Make sure you fuck with us. We are on YouTube. We are on all audio podcast platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, just to name a few. We got a weekly sports show that y'all need to check out on YouTube, only exclusively on YouTube. But if you want to check out this podcast, you can check it out on YouTube as well as other audio podcast platforms. With that being said, EJ the DJ, we had an episode last week. We were talking relationships last week, man. We was talking about cuffing season. You know, we was talking about a couple of things. We was talking about a couple of things that do you have anything, your thoughts, opinions that you want to bring to the forefront before we get into this episode, man?
I think you said everything clearly that you wanted to say. I was just gonna say, wow, really? We going there? Okay. No.
Oh yeah, of course. It wouldn't be me if we wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. But cuffing season, you wouldn't know anything about this because you ain't got a little smaller. This season is all about the big boy season. This is my weather right here. This is Big Bear season.
Oh no.
Big Bear. Big Bear.
Tell us
Teddy
about
Bear.
it.
Teddy Bear season, ladies. Teddy Bear season. Unfortunately, this teddy bear has already been taken.
Right.
You know, she done hugged up with me every time during the winter time because she does get a little cold. She just gets a lot cold during the winter time, so she gets the teddy bear to come and cuddle with her and everything else like that. But this is teddy bear season right here, man. You done lost a little weight, so you kind of slimmed up a little bit, so you wouldn't know anything about this.
Well, let me ask you this. So one of the questions that we had on there, you know what I'm saying, I was talking about gatekeepers in relationships. You know what I'm saying? Women be gatekeeping the pussy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel as a man? We'll talk about hypothetically back when you was, you know, when you was a single man back in your single days. You know, we won't get you in trouble, but back in your single days, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like women were gatekeeping pussy?
You were
Do you
supposed
feel
to
like,
back in the day.
well, let me rephrase that. Do you feel like women were gatekeeping pussy more back then versus now?
Yes.
Do you think it's more
Absolutely.
easier now to get to it? Look, what the reason why I bring that up is I've always said this. It's kind of like and we talked about this on episode 51. If y'all want to go get more full context, go back and check that out. But pretty much I was stating that, women, I got asked a question at work about men and women as far as why do men get mad when women get attention from other men? Why do women seek that attention? Well, it's quite simple. When you go to a club, a club is based off its popularity based off exclusivity. If everybody can get in that motherfucker, it's not a hot, popular club. If any motherfucker can get up in there, if
it's
any random ass, exactly. There's a difference between a hole in the wall club and an upscale exclusive club.
There's a big difference. Only certain people can get into exclusive clubs, especially if you have that moolah. If anybody can get into a club, it's a hole in the wall.
Now here's the thing. Anybody can have fun in both of these types of clubs. Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
But there's different levels to it. There's different levels to it. So when you're having fun at a hole in the wall, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, right?
Right.
You're not looking for nothing past that night. You know what I'm saying? You're just looking to have some short-term fun.
Pretty much.
Now, at a exclusive club, people that go to an exclusive club, they come back. You know what I'm saying? They come back because it's a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
It's their spot.
It's the spot to be.
It's their
everybody,
spot.
Only the people that, only the elite. We was talking about this if you watched the week 6 recap of our sports show. Elite. There's certain things about elite status and certain people ain't elite status. That's just the way it is.
This again? Okay. All right.
And relationships ain't no different.
No.
When women dealing with men, they dealing with, and same thing with us men do the same thing.
Yeah.
When you dealing with somebody, and we talking about hypothetical, when you're single, hypothetical. But when you are dealing with people in relationships, you have the ones that you know that you're gonna fuck with for long term, and you got the ones you're gonna fuck with for short term. That's just the way it is. Now, that person might not know that directly if they don't know how to read the room. It's your job to tell them. Well, yeah, you should be very upfront. You should be very upfront. It's your job
to tell them.
And direct.
And both sides. It's your job to tell them.
Intentional.
Yes.
But in the same manner that we're talking about in this situation, right? We're talking about the fact that if you go into a thing that you call a club that's exclusive, you want to go there because not everybody can just get in that motherfucker. You feel me? So when you're dealing with the chick, the fine ass chick, the natural body chick, you know what I'm saying? She might have some 32 double D's in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And she might have an ass like Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The line gonna be around the corner, and the niggas trying to get in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The wolves.
But
the wolves
let me tell you something.
Trying to get in.
But let me tell you something.
The wolves is how.
When you know when you are a select few up in the motherfucker, up in the club, you know what I'm saying? You're enjoying the vibe. Ain't everybody else can enjoy that vibe. You feel me?
Right.
So when you have that exclusivity of someone gatekeeping that particular club, you have a little more respect for that club. You know what I'm saying? You got a little more respect for that club. Now,
you can't just get in, just get in.
Exactly. You either got to pay, or you got to know somebody, or you got to do something. You feel me?
You got to bring something. You got to bring something to the table. You got to bring something to the table.
And vice versa.
What do you bring to the table?
The club is bringing the vibe. The people that's able to get in is bringing the status. All right. So when you got the vibe mixed with the status, then you got a perfect fucking situation. You got a perfect scenario. You got a perfect relationship.
The doors of the church will be open.
Can I get a hell? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? So what I'm saying is, ladies,
The doors
when you
of the
talk
church
about
will be open.
when you talk about the now look, that's a whole nother situation. We ain't gonna get into that one. I ain't trying to get I ain't trying to get God mad at me now. But what I'm saying is,
Hey, I'm just saying. I'll say it for you. Like you just said, when you have that combination of status and you bring something to the table,
right?
besides money, besides personality, when you have status, when you have vibe, the doors of the church, gentlemen, will be open to you.
Those legs will part like the Red Sea. You hear me?
And this goes both ways. We live in an era where this goes both ways. Ladies and gentlemen, the doors of the church will be open.
Now, everything that goes with a club, like we said, exclusivity. You have the people that come in, they enjoy the club for what it is, and they might come in one time and enjoy it for that one. It might be out of towners. They come in, check out the club, and leave. Okay, cool. That's fine. But then, just listen to me. You got the one time people that might come to this club from out of town. You got your frequent patrons, you know what I'm saying, your locals. But then every now and then you might have somebody that come in that motherfucker and shoot it up. You don't want that type of motherfucker. That destroys the fun for everybody.
No. No.
Now you just bought that club.
Oh.
Now you just bought that club. You got to pay the consequences. You got to pay for that club now. All right. So what?
Somebody coming, you got somebody to shoot it up.
So
no.
To answer these ladies' questions, why do we get so upset? It's because we have something that we enjoy, whether it's short term or long term. We don't want somebody to come along and fuck that shit up for the rest of us or for our own common interest. So, ladies, if you ain't understand that and that went over your heads, then I can't help you. But look, what I'm saying here, I think EJ got me. He with me. He with me. Can we get an amen?
Oh, yeah, you ain't getting no amen on that one. Hey, you know what? We need the ladies laying back on this one for this.
The crew members say amen.
The crew never say amen, but we need, hey, you know what would be a perfect conversation for this one? Ladies Led. Shout out Ladies Led, man. We need to
shout out to the Ladies Led podcast. You know what? We might have to get the so-called friends involved in this one.
Yes, yes. So-called, yes. We need to get our people on there. So-called friends is great, very great for this conversation.
Shout out to so-called friends, man. Season 2 coming back soon.
Do you so-called friends? I know y'all listening right now. I know y'all be listening to our podcast a little bit. We listen to yours too. Very good for y'all to come back and have a
absolutely.
If you agree with what Boss Man is saying right now,
and they do, comment
below, because I'm pretty sure this is going on Instagram real soon.
So, well, tell me how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? What's your opinion?
All right, so
what's EJ the DJ's opinion on it?
So basically, what you did was, and I'm gonna just be flat out, straight up honest with y'all people. I'm country as fuck, so I don't give a fuck right now. He knows this. So basically, what he says is, when the gatekeepers to the pussy, that means the pussy is the club. So if that went over your head and everything else like that, then I'm sorry for you. That's how we talk.
I was pretty direct.
Yeah, you was pretty direct. So I would say when I was growing up, yes, there were gatekeepers. And they were heavily gatekeepers. You wasn't getting in for no reason at all.
And us men are the key holders. We unlock the fucking keys.
Basically, that song. See, I wish I had my radio playing, because the Secret Garden song that people know of, that was the truth. Quincy
Jones, Barry White,
yes,
Chico the Barge.
Yeah, see, this Secret Garden was the truth. We got the lock and key. Y'all had the lock. Y'all had the garden. Y'all had the lock. We had the key. But it got to a point to where, like you said, certain niggas was coming in there, shooting it up. It got to a point when I was growing up after high school, certain niggas was just coming in there, shooting it up. I'm like, oh, god damn. There you got a whole bunch of kids running around, some younger than others. For me, I'll be honest, I really didn't get into really anything until after high school.
Mm-hmm.
College year, that's when I just kind of broke out. I'll be honest with you. College, I was a wildcat.
Yeah.
That was definitely my single days. And then when I finally got that mall job, it was on and popping from there. I'm just gonna say that. But I get what you're saying. Like, but my thing is this.
Okay.
Is it really such a bad thing, ladies, for y'all to be a gatekeeper? Because nowadays it's kind of like, if you're a gatekeeper, it's kind of like, why you just boring? No, that's not boring. That's being safe. I'm not letting anybody into this club. I'm not letting just anybody into this club. This is a very exclusive club.
Mm-hmm.
If you letting anybody into this club, don't paraphrase it. You were considered a hole in the wall. I said hole. A hole.
Hey.
As a whole. As a whole. As a whole. Because I know people are going to start paraphrasing people. I call them that other word. I'm not going to say it. That people going to call them a hole. No, I call them a hole.
If you're not familiar,
H-O-L-E.
If you're not familiar, and if you don't mind me interjecting, if y'all not familiar with a hole in the wall club is, a hole in the wall club is like a little small, dirty, dingy little area. The drinks are cheap. There's usually no cost of admission.
Wait, time out, bro.
No, you can still have fun. You're gonna have a dirty, nasty, fun time. I promise.
Oh,
I promise
man.
you.
No.
It's a different type of vibe, though. You feel me? So if you ever been to a hole in the wall club versus an exclusive club VIP section, it completely different.
Yes.
The people are different. The drinks are different.
Are very different. The drinks are very different.
The vibe is different.
The vibe is different. Yes.
It just depends on what you're looking for. You feel me? But my bad. Go ahead, continue, my brother. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
You're preaching right now.
Hey, exclusive clubs and hole in the wall clubs, they are not the same, ladies and gentlemen. And trust a plus, in an exclusive club, I don't care how good of a mouthpiece you have, you will pay.
Well,
you will.
It goes down to who you know.
There is a cost to get in.
It boils down to who you are, who you know, and who you are.
There you go. But you will pay.
No, I ain't gonna say you always got to pay. Sometimes being who you are, you ain't got to pay nothing.
You didn't get it.
No,
exclusive clubs, later down the line, you will pay. Especially if you become an owner.
Well, hey, we know there's a selective few that ain't got to pay. You know what I'm saying? That's a conversation for another day. But
you will pay.
What I'm saying is here, and EJ hit the nail on the head, man. Look, you either at a hole in the wall or you at an exclusive VIP club.
Spell the word too. Spell the word, please, because we have some ignorant ass guests that actually listen to us. It is H-O-L-E. I said hole.
Hole. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Moving along.
I'm with you.
Let's go. Move it along.
But look,
because I feel like I'm getting myself in trouble.
But at the same time, that also is the reason why men are the gatekeepers to marriage. Because the reason why we supposed to be, you're right.
You're supposed to be.
But majority,
I believe that wholeheartedly. I am damn sure a gatekeeper in my marriage. You ain't getting in for shit.
To get to marriage. So, you know, women, most of the time, women want to be married. Most women, not all women. Most women want to be married.
And I'm the gatekeeper to my marriage. Yes.
And men are the gatekeepers to be able to do so. So most men, I would assume most men will not just marry any kind of woman that they felt was so easy or hoish. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. For the most part. For the most part.
Being nice.
But a lot of times, you know, they don't know that.
You being nice. You really being nice right now.
I'm just saying. Women gatekeep pussy, men gatekeep marriage. The way it's supposed to be. The way it's supposed to be.
Yes.
But as we've seen in modern times, the times have been changing. Not always just because things are changing and progressing, doesn't always mean it's for the best. So, but that's for a debate. What do y'all think? Do y'all think the times are changing for the best? Women gatekeeping pussy, women gatekeeping pussy, men gatekeeping marriage. That's out there. All right. Moving along. Moving along. Speaking of relationships, right? Speaking of relationships, I normally don't like talking about. I normally don't like talking about celebrities and shit like that too often on a podcast because it kind of dates the show, in my opinion. But this particular situation,
you're on the subject of relationships.
We are talking about relationships, and this is one particular relationship that just doesn't seem to ever end from a common talking point in our culture.
Hell no.
And I'm gonna use another relationship too, to kind of combat this as well. But Jada and Will. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith.
I'm getting a headache just from hearing those two damn names, bro.
Same.
But
it is a hot topic conversation.
Bro.
I'm gonna bring it back home and bring it back full circle, but to the point of talking about conversations, and shooting up clubs and everything else. Jada Pinkett Smith.
I don't know what kind of club that is.
That club has been open for business for a long time.
I don't know what
even during her marriage.
I ain't know what kind of club that
you
is.
would think once it's kind of like when your business supposed to upgrade.
There is no definition for that club. There is no definition for that club.
It was not too recently where
that's one of them clubs where you just look at it and you just look inside a little bit and you just go, what in the hell is they doing in there?
Yeah. It's sad that when your personal business,
but you look at it from personal life,
your personal life is in a public light such as theirs, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? But as a person that's married, I think you can agree with this. As a married man and as your wife that you have, your main things that y'all should do in the public eye is protect each other.
Absolutely.
Whether it's physically, spiritually, mentally, socially,
emotionally
as well. Now, when I say socially, I feel like this one is the one that gets skipped over a lot more than anything else. We always talk about
your business is your business. Ain't nobody else's business.
Well, hold up. Before we get there, when we talk about socially,
you said socially.
You're supposed to protect each other. Physically, yes. If someone put their hands on their partner, you better be able to whoop that ass.
Don't even get there to it. Don't even go there with me like that.
Emotionally, if you know that they're going through something mentally or emotionally, you got to be there for them emotionally. Empathy, right?
Yes.
If they're going through something that they feel like they need to talk about, you got to be there to talk to them.
Yes.
So when I say socially, We're talking about in a social realm of when everybody else
Our
views
business is
y'all as
nobody
a
else's.
public. Now, yes, at the end of the day, nobody is in your bedroom. Nobody knows what y'all do, but unless you
Our
bring it to the
business is our
forefront.
business. Nobody
Now,
else's.
Jada Pinkett Smith has a public platform that she does where she talks about their relationship and other things and everything else under the sun. Now, I think their show is no longer the Red Table Talk is no longer a show, if I'm correct. But when that show was running, there was a lot of shit that was released about their relationship that none of us asked for. None of us asked for. We didn't need to know about her having her being bisexual, messing around with other women and men on the side.
Go
We
ahead
didn't
and
need
say
to
it.
know
She
all
had
that.
an entanglement. She
I
made up
ain't
the
even get to
word
that.
entanglement.
I ain't even get to that part yet. But this came out before that. We didn't need to know that Jada Pinkett Smith swung both ways. We didn't need to know all that. We didn't need to know that, she had like you said, an entanglement with a younger man and Will allegedly knew about it, but couldn't do nothing about it. We didn't need to know that. We didn't need to know about Chris Rock trying to holler. We didn't need to know about that neither.
No.
We ain't need to know it. We ain't need to know none of that. None of these things was important for us to know as fans of these people as entertainers. Right? Now, they're being entertainers in a whole different scenario that I don't think that they wanted or even signed up for. Being an entertainment for people to laugh at you on a public spectrum about what's going on in your personal life is embarrassing. Right? Now, what's even worse than that is when your spouse or partner is against you. Oh, man. Now, I'm gonna ask you this question, EJ. I'm gonna ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
How would you react? How would you react knowing if you were with someone and at every turn it seemed like they tried to undercut you or embarrass you in a public light, and this person's supposed to be your partner / wife? How would
First
you
of all,
react to that?
First of all, I'm gonna let you know right now, and I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna get some things out of me. I'm the type of person, and I still am that type of person,
Right.
where I am a kind-hearted individual.
Right.
You know me by this point. I am loyal by default. I see the good in people every single day. That is a gift and also a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see the good in people, people tend to try to fuck over me.
Mm-hmm.
And I let it go a couple of times. But see, now I've grown, gotten a little bit wiser.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you this now.
Little experience.
Yeah, little experience now.
Right.
I'm telling people this now. Fuck over me if you want to. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh shit.
Let me start it by saying this.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith is one of the best actors I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
He deserved that Oscar. He's played in a hell of a lot of movies that were really, really great movies.
Mm-hmm.
Ali, Pursuit of Happiness. Lord, there's so many to count.
Yeah, yeah.
On the flip side, Jada Pinkett is a hell of an actor. I grew up watching her. Different world, everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she grew up at. Different world. I don't care what nobody else says. I grew up watching her from a different world and watching her grow into the actress she is today.
Right.
When those two got together, I said, okay. Did I figure Tupac would probably be into the picture some kind of way? Yes.
Early on, you thought that?
Yes, early on. Between her and Tupac, you could tell the vibe was always there. You could tell. Pac died.
96.
We get that. We get that. Okay. My thing is Jada. Pac is gone. You chose that man to be your husband. Whether he chose you or you chose him, both of y'all chose each other to be husband and wife. You don't want the man? Never should have married him. Simple. Straight to the point.
Yep.
Will, you never wanted her? Never should have married him. Simple and straight to the point. What did it for me, and I'm not going to lie to you, I've been heavily doing this. I find myself heavily doing this. I've been reading a lot of autobiographies on a lot of successful people.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first one to tell you, Will's book came out. I bought it. And I gave it a read. The things that he described in that book, I said, you know what? At this point, I'm done with him and Jada. I'm just done. It's one thing in a marriage where you may forget a couple of things. You may forget some serious dates.
Right.
You may forget an anniversary. I've been at fault to that. You may forget a birthday. You may forget Christmas. Hell, you may forget Valentine's Day.
Right.
But let's say if you forget Christmas, or you go out your way to celebrate her on her birthday. And you show no compassion whatsoever to the point where you tell him whatever you got planned the next day, just go ahead and cancel it. Why don't you sleep on it and tell me in the morning? I'm paraphrasing from the book that he wrote in, ladies and gentlemen. This is what he wrote in his book. He went out of his way to celebrate her birthday. She told him in this book that he wrote, she told him, whatever you got planned, cancel it. That was the most disgusting display of arrogance I've ever seen in my life. Okay. You don't like being celebrated for your birthday? That's fine. That's absolutely cool. Because to me, you only got to tell me but one time. I promise you we'll never celebrate your birthday again.
I'm going to say this.
I promise you I'll never celebrate your birthday again.
I'm going to say this. Like what I said before, it's a spouse's job. One of the jobs when you marry somebody or if you have a life partner, your duty, one of the main duties is to make sure that you don't embarrass your partner publicly.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
And also have each other's back. And we've seen this time and time again, Will coming to her rescue and her not having his back.
And I'm going to just finish off by saying this. Well, I understand whatever's going on between you and Jada during that Oscar period. You may have been separated. You may have been divorced or whatever, and it was not final. And I get that is still the mother of your children. But what people don't understand is the moment that Chris Rock told that joke, guess who was laughing? He was.
The joke wasn't even that funny.
Joke wasn't even that funny.
It wasn't even that bad of a joke.
It wasn't even that joke. The joke wasn't even that funny. The joke wasn't even that funny. He wasn't even that funny. The mere fact of the matter is you was still laughing.
Yeah.
You was laughing.
It's not a joke you slap somebody with.
And
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even offensive.
If it was separation or divorce, and she look at you, you really gonna let her say something like that? What you want me to do?
Allegedly,
I'm sorry, ladies.
Allegedly,
I'm sorry,
it
ladies.
wasn't.
That's how I would be. If you came up to me and said, you really gonna let him, what you want me to do?
Now, it's different if someone put their hands on your woman. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. At that point, you're no longer my woman. So what do you expect me to do?
Now, if you would have called her a
again.
bitch, if you would have called her a hoe, if you would have called her some weird shit, if you would have completely violated her verbally, that's a different situation.
That's a different situation.
Yeah.
But he talking a joke about yo ass.
But let's be real though. That shit came from a long time of embarrassment for Will. Will has been sitting here taking punch. He's been a punching bag for a long
When he went up there
good
and
while.
slapped Chris Rock, he embarrassed himself. It's the Oscars, man.
I'm talking about before that. I'm talking about leading up to that. Leading up to the Oscars. But at the same
time, that was an embarrassing moment.
He had been a punching bag for a minute. Remember the whole red table talk? He was sitting there while she talking about she having an entanglement with August Alsina. Did you see the look on that nigga face? That nigga's soul was leaving his body physically and on video, a physical form of somebody just being soulless. Their soul just being snatched. And not in a good way. And not in a good way. Now, we can have our soul snatched in a good way, where you having a bitch taking it from the dome, jawbone, taking it. But she was, she was stealing this nigga's soul in another way that was just not very beneficial to him.
There was none of that going on with Will. I can tell you that right now. There was none of that going on with Will.
Another disrespect is when you get my children involved. Not once, but twice on two different situations. One being more, both of them are bad in my opinion, but one was the having my youngest daughter write a letter to a nigga that you miss that is long gone. What the fuck? Writing a letter to Tupac? Saying that you wish they were still together? What the fuck? Then originally August Alsina being your son's friend, which that's a whole nother situation I don't even want to talk about.
Please don't get into this.
But that friendship alone blossoming in from your son being friends with this person to him, your son's friend fucking your mom / your wife. What? Hey, dog. If you don't get this bitch out of here, get her the fuck up out of here. If you don't get your nasty ass up out of here, look. The disrespect has been blatant for a long time, and I know why. And a lot of women know why. I'm gonna ask you this question first before I go in. What's the reasoning why you think there's the lack of respect between Will and Jada? Primarily from Jada to Will.
Why there's no lack of respect?
Yeah. And why that would happen in general with most people?
Or lack of respect. Okay. So speaking from a married man.
Mm-hmm. And a former married man myself.
Yeah. Here we go. All right. So I would say this. I'm not the smartest man alive, but from my experience, when you find that there is lack of respect in a relationship, in any relationship, as far as marriage or just dating in general, when you find that there's a lack of respect in a relationship, it's usually, in most cases, it's way more than just sex.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more than that. If she does not feel protected in any kind of form,
Mm-hmm.
if she does not feel that this relationship, if she feels for some reason that this relationship is dead, she is going to move on.
Okay.
Now, in some situations, I've seen marriages work out to the betterment. You can talk about it. You can sit down, have a discussion, try to find that connection as to why y'all got married in the first place. And all of a sudden, everything is peaches and creams again, and y'all can work on it. I've said this numerous times. Marriage is work.
Yeah, it can work.
It's a full-time job that you don't get paid for. But if you or your partner is not willing to work at it,
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be some problems.
Oh, yeah.
The thing for me, I truly believe if Tupac was alive right now,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't be hearing a damn thing about Will and Jada. And Will knows this.
Well,
Will knows this.
Well, hold up. We don't know that
in
for
his
sure.
book, he just no.
We don't know that. We don't
Trust
know
me,
that. We don't know
this
that.
is coming from somebody who read his book.
From whose
He
book?
put it in there.
Will's?
Yes.
Yeah, but we don't know that because when Pac died, Pac was actually married. Pac was actually married. A lot of people don't know that. Pac was in a relationship.
And you don't believe Jada, and you don't believe Jada will go get her man?
For all we know, he probably friend zoned Jada.
You think?
See, people don't think about that one.
No.
It's clearly see, look, in relationships,
this is still Jada Smith talking about. This is still Jada Pinkett.
A lot of times in relationships, there's usually one person that's chasing the other. It's rare to have a relationship where both people are actively pursuing each other.
But I'm just paraphrasing now. I'm giving a disclaimer. I'm giving it out. Before she was Smith, this is Jada Pinkett.
Mm-hmm.
This was a member of the Set It Off girls.
I don't care.
You don't think she
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. Okay. I think she was more pursuing Pac than Pac was pursuing her.
Yes.
And in the case of their relationship with Pac, with Jada and Will is definitely more pursuing Jada than Jada is pursuing Will. That's a fact. You can see it. Now, on top of the fact of that, we talked about the respect factor too, right? Mm-hmm. And my reasoning why I think she doesn't respect him and why I think some women don't respect, and I ain't gonna say just women in general, I'm gonna just say people don't respect their partners in general, is because I think that Jada is jealous of Will Smith.
How?
What you mean how?
No, I'm trying to elaborate. How? How is she jealous of Will?
Think about it. Think about all the accolades you just mentioned that Will Smith has. Will Smith has every single thing he could ever want, except one thing. There's only one thing that Will Smith doesn't appear to have in life that we can see from afar. And that one thing is he doesn't have the respect of his wife. He has everything else. He has fans, millions of fans.
Yeah.
People love his. Some people actually love this music.
I'm still gonna go see a Will Smith movie. Yeah, I'm still gonna see a go.
People love this music. People love his movies. He's entertaining on social media. He's won countless awards. won the top award for any actor could win.
Mm-hmm.
He's won the top award that a musician could win. He's won a Grammy. He's won an Oscar.
He did.
So last time I checked, did Jada win any of those things?
I think she got nominated for an Oscar, but she never got it.
What Oscar she got nominated for?
Let me see.
She's never been nominated.
I thought she was.
No. When people talk about Will Smith and his acting, and they talk about Jada Pinkett Smith acting as an actress, they are on two different playing fields. Nobody has ever said Jada Pinkett Smith is an elite actress.
No, but I thought there was one movie she did where she
has she done great movies? Yes.
Yes.
Has she been in great roles? Yes. She was in Set It Off. She was in what was that comedy she was in not too long ago? Set in New Orleans. You know what I'm talking about. We had Queen Latifah, Tiffany Haddish.
Queen Latifah, Girls Trip, yeah.
So she had Girls Trip. She had some success as an actress. I'm not saying she was a bum or scrub or nothing like that, but I'm saying like when you put her acting career on the same platform as Will Smith, it ain't even close. In my opinion, I think in the root of it all, I think she's more jealous of Will Smith. Will Smith is more well-liked. He is more well-loved. In the public opinion, people always saying, damn, Will need to get away from her. She bring him down.
Right.
You never hear nobody say, damn, Will bringing Jada down. You never hear that. Never. So, in my opinion, I think at the end of the day, that everything that she's done, she has auditioned herself to say that, hey, I'm available. By her coming out there recently and saying, oh, well, we've been separated since 2016. That's her trying to make herself available for other suitors. Oh, well, we ain't getting married. We ain't getting divorced, though. She's pretty much setting the criteria for the next simping ass nigga to come be with her. Hey, I'm available. You can come into this club, but you ain't gonna never own this club.
Wow. And that's basically what it is. I ain't gonna lie.
You can have fun over here, but you can't. But you ain't gonna never own it.
You never gonna own it. Tupac owns it in her mind.
Man, look. And this is my opinion alone. I'm not gonna speak for you or any other man, but I do believe this. Once a woman has it in her mind of what the standard nigga is to her, what the standard man is to her, no other man is gonna compare. I'm gonna say that again. Once a woman come into an experience with a particular man that she deems that she wants to be with, no other type of man that is below that is going to compare to her. When she gets the man that she wants and then she loses said man, and any other man after that is gonna catch hell if she feel like that nigga ain't on the same level or better. Period. Particularly the women that can't even get a nigga like that, what she thought was the elite type of nigga. Once she falling off and she can't get that type of man no more, I'm telling you.
She won a couple of NAACP awards. She's won those. She's won a People's Choice.
She ain't been nominated for no Oscar, man.
No, never been. I thought she was, but I just had to go back and check and see.
Tell me, what role would she be nominated for Oscar? What role?
Let's see her movies.
The closest thing would be Set It Off.
Set It Off, or that's about
That's it. That is it.
That is it.
Look, what I'm saying is Jada is jealous of Will, man. And she has that
Oh yeah,
that
I am not.
nature. She has that nature of a partner that is envious, spiteful. Whatever Will does, it will never be enough because she don't love Will like that. She has her perception of what the perfect nigga is, and it ain't Will. It's Pop. No nigga that ain't like Pop to her will never compare. Period. All right. Any final thoughts from you on that one?
I'm done with Will and Jada. That's my final
right.
thought on it.
All right. Well, moving on. We're gonna transition to some other shit real quickly. We talk about Will Smith being a musician, and
We
we
still
talked
in
about
relationships. We said we was gonna talk about this on the next episode. I'm waiting for you to say something about it.
what?
There's nothing wrong with Taylor Swift coming to support her man.
All right.
Now
We'll
that's
talk
a
about
woman
this.
that
All right.
supports a man.
All right, we'll talk about this briefly, and we'll finish the show.
Yeah.
So, if y'all catch our Week 6 NFL podcast on YouTube, we talked on our motherfucking picks for Week 6. We talked about the NFL and its weird relationship with Taylor Swift and all that shit. And
It's working.
It's working to a degree.
Business wise, it's working. Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir. Business wise.
All right, let me set the background for if a lot of our listeners don't watch both shows. So I'm gonna set the stage, right? So on the motherfucking picks Week 6 episode, we was talking about Taylor Swift and what's your boy name over there in Kansas City?
Kelce.
Travis Kelce. Shout out to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce seemed like he that nigga, right? He kind of like a cooler version of Gronk. And
Travis Kelce, let's go ahead and certify. Travis Kelce is a certified. The way he carries himself, man. Travis Kelce is a certified. Travis Kelce is a certified nigga. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I can't. No, you know what? I can't do that.
You can pull Taylor Swift.
I can't do that. Who is Taylor Swift? Taylor,
ladies and gentlemen, you did not hear him say that. You
about
to piss a lot of people off. Yeah, no. You go piss a lot of people off with that comment talking about who is Taylor Swift.
I'm sorry, is she Rihanna? Is she Beyonce?
No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not. That's our girl too as well. But Taylor Swift will be making Taylor Swift been doing a thing. I give props where props is due.
Okay, let me clarify my statement. All right. Taylor Swift is a megastar. I'm not getting that part twisted.
Yes.
Okay. Taylor Swift is a multi-millionaire, multi-platinum selling artist of country pop star. She is that bitch to the white women.
She screamed out loud next to his mother while watching the game, enjoying herself.
I get all that.
Go.
I get all that. I say that to say this. She is built like an 11-year-old child.
Oh, God.
I don't give a fuck how much money she fucking makes. I don't give a shit about her status. She ain't got no ass. She ain't got no chest. She okay looking in the face. But look, I don't give a goddamn. Travis Kelce could have had multiple women he have ever wanted. This was a business decision, goddammit. This was pure business.
Hey, man.
We know goddamn well Travis Kelce don't want him to have no parts with Taylor Swift stiff back ass. Nothing. No disrespect. I say that respectfully.
That was disrespect.
I say it respectfully. Okay? Look, all I'm saying is this woman this woman, no disrespect to this woman,
Oh God.
but for all this shit that's going on, like, okay, she's tall. Okay, cool.
We could have used them Taylor Swift fans. We ain't gonna have them no more.
She Big Bird and some stilettos. I
Oh
don't give a
my
fuck.
God, bro. Oh my God. We lost all Taylor Swift fans at this point. We done lost every
Man, we ain't
last
never
one.
had none. So I'm cool with that.
I'm just saying, man, we ain't gonna have them.
We ain't had no damn Taylor Swift fans on our
NFL
show.
using them damn Taylor Swift fans, boy. I'm telling you right now, they using them.
They can have it.
We could have used them, bro. But nah, she Big Bird.
But me getting into what we was talking about on the show.
Feels like an 11-year-old.
Now, we was talking about on motherfucking picks about the fact that I said when you was like, well, it's a great.
We talked about respect.
I'm cool with Travis Kelce.
But you just disrespected his woman, man.
That ain't his woman, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. That ain't his woman. That's his pet bird. That's his. Anyway, moving on. Look, like I said, I mentioned on motherfucking picks week 6 that in regards to the NFL trying to promote Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift relationship during a fucking football game was pathetic. I don't give a fuck. Can she throw a pass?
Whatever.
Can she throw a pass?
No.
Can she kick a football?
We don't know. We don't know this. We don't know how many.
Can she throw a fucking flag?
I don't know. I don't know.
She can't do a motherfucking thing football related.
Apparently, she could get herself in the realm of Beyonce because she's the second highest grossest artist next to her.
Cool.
She's over Rihanna. I'm sorry.
Okay.
By number standards, she's over Rihanna, dog. And that, I understand that's your girl. I understand nothing compares to Rihanna.
Man, look, give me Rihanna fine ass over Taylor Swift.
I know.
Chalk, man, look.
I know you.
Chalky white over there.
You've been wanting to clap Rihanna's cheeks ever since I met you.
I no, that's not true. I never always thought Rihanna was all that. I thought once Rihanna got thicker is when she became something to me.
Oh no, that's Mary J. Blige for you. You've been wanting to clap Mary J. Blige.
I don't want to clap none of these women. I don't know these women. Well, I'm just admiring from afar. That's all.
That's it.
Okay. That's it. I'm just admiring from afar.
None of them cheeks.
I didn't. All I said was I don't know these women. I don't know these women. I ain't never meet these women, so I can't say I want. I can't say I want. I can't say I want to clap these women. I ain't never meet them.
So you ain't never thought about getting into their club.
I know. I know one thing. I ain't going to no Taylor Swift club. I know that for a fact.
Oh man. Sorry, Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, girl.
I know that fact. Now, one thing I got to get to this part and we got to go. So the one thing I kept talking about, we had this conversation on the show, on the sports show, was the fact that I said that women don't give a fuck about football, and that's true.
Some women do, bro.
Women don't give a fuck as a whole. Women don't give a fuck about sports.
There's some women that do give. First lady.
Women don't care.
First lady cares.
You know what women care about? Let me. You know what? I'm gonna give some. Hold up.
First lady cares.
Fellas. I'm gonna give you some sound advice here. I'm gonna give you some sound crew members to all the fellas.
You talking about your sister right now, dog? You gonna talk about your sister-in-law like that? Your sister-in-law cares.
Fellas, listen to me for a second.
Or is she a different?
This is how you know if your woman is for you. All right? This is how you know if your woman's for you. Now, if your woman, you know your girl is not into sports, right? If you know your girl is not a sports person, an easy way to tell if she is into you is if she starts to evolve into the things that you like. If you're a Saints fan and she's a Panthers fan, and all of a sudden she becomes a Saints fan, she fuck with you. How many times have you seen a woman will sit her ass in front of a football screen? Oh, baby, Who scored the basket or who hit a home run? Like, you stupid motherfucker. No, look, we watching football.
That
We
is
ain't
not
watching
first lady at
basketball. We ain't
all.
watching baseball. I ain't talking about your woman, man. I'm saying women in general. I'm saying a woman that fucks with a nigga, she really fuck with you, she will start liking the shit you like. She will become a sports fan if she ain't a sports fan. She will become a
Okay.
Saints fan. She will become a sports fan of whatever team you a fan of because you love them shits.
Okay.
A
Well, let me
woman,
just say this.
when a woman respects a man and she loves you, she will become a fan of whatever the fuck you're a fan of. Remember that shit
Well,
coming
but
to
let me just say
America? Hey, what do you like? Whatever it is that you like.
this.
I know,
Okay, well,
goddamn it.
Well,
What,
listen.
what kind of food is it? Oh, whatever food did you like? Yes,
But
goddamn it.
listen,
I know.
But listen.
I know.
But
What?
listen. But listen. Let's just say this for the sake of argument. Leave this as a disclaimer. First lady is a different breed. How about that?
Okay.
Because she been a Saints fan and a Lakers fan before I even became into the picture.
Okay.
So that's a different breed altogether. So
All
let's
right.
just say, hey, some women out there love their football and love their basketball. They love their sports. Now, most don't. But there's some. But if you find that one person that loves their sports before you even come into the picture, then you found yourself a good
I'm
one.
gonna let you get your shit off. Finish up, and I'm gonna finish it
I'm
up
done.
with this last one. You done? Okay. You sure?
I'm done.
All right. Let me tell you a little secret about women that I learned.
Yeah, go.
I learned the women that love sports. The women that love sports. Let me tell you a secret, EJ. It ain't because they like the team. It ain't because they like the team. They like the niggas that's on them teams. You hear me? They like the niggas that's on them teams, man. I'm telling you. If you meet a chick, fellas, if y'all meet a chick and she like, yeah, I'm a Dallas fan. Oh, yeah, I'm a Lakers fan. Yeah, she a Lakers fan, all right. Don't let her meet LeBron James and Anthony Davis. She gonna become a Lakers.
Oh, nigga was Kobe.
Huh?
Her nigga was Kobe.
Who?
Mine, first lady. So her nigga was Kobe.
Oh, okay. Well, look, if she would have met Kobe in the right situation, look, she would have been all over
time
Kobe.
of day.
She would have loved Kobe.
She get the time.
This is before you.
No, I'm gonna tell you who she got. I'm gonna tell you who it was that she would have went Google Gaga over. It wasn't no Kobe Bryant.
Who?
It was either Morris Chestnut, T.I., or right now, Young Jeezy.
I'm telling you, women that go to sporting events. How many times have you just seen women just go to sporting events? You see them, they go. I guarantee you, they ain't all just super fanatics of sports. These fanatics of them niggas. Women gonna be women and men gonna be men, god damn it. I don't watch tennis because I like it. I watch it because Serena playing that motherfucker. I see the way that ass bouncing like a tennis ball. Shit.
Oh my God.
And you know you was too, god damn it. You didn't give a shit about tennis.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, is the motherfucking podcast. That is your fool, Beanie Man, aka Mr. Headquarters, aka Boss Man. I'm your boy EJ, the motherfucking
Nah,
DJ.
this show ain't over yet. Hold up.
This show is over at this point.
It ain't over yet. Hold up. See, when you can tell when you get EJ the DJ when he ain't got nothing to say. When he's speechless, that's how you know it's time to end the show. Now,
it's time to end the show. It's time to end the show.
With that being said, man, you already know what it is. Make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you download all our audio podcast platforms, episodes on all audio podcast platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the Black Podcast app, to name a few. Make sure you check us out on our social media on IG and TikTok and other platforms that we might be on. Check us out on Threads. Check us out on Twitter, formerly known as X or whatever the fuck it's called. Triple X Twitter, whatever it's called. I mean, well, you know, that's what I heard. But anyway, check us out on all those different platforms. Make sure y'all check us out, man. And like as always, I always end the show with this. Respect is like a VIP pass in a club. In a club. Respect is like a VIP pass of credibility. That type of love is earned. Stay true to who you really are while recognizing your grind and hustle. It's the secret sauce and seasoning that nobody can duplicate. Show love, keep it real, and always stay motherfucking true to your motherfucking self. With that being said, to my right, that's EJ the DJ, repping the 985 and the 225. Repping the 504, I'm Beanie Man, a.k.a. Mr. Headquarters. You already know what it is. Straight out to New Orleans, you heard me? It's the motherfucking pod.